sound better.
Hi, I'm Brandon J from AA Production, and today I'm going to show you guys how I recreated Dance Monkey by Tones and I in FL Studio. Also, I'm going to include the download links for the preset, project file, stems, and instrumental so you guys can have full access and explore this project on your own. So yeah, let's jump right to it. Okay, so what I did for my prep work is that I downloaded the actual MP3 file. Then I imported it here inside Isotope RX7 Advanced Audio Editor so that I can make use of the music rebalance to create my own a cappella. Because what it does is that it allows me to lower down the volume of the bass, percussion, and all the other instrument. So now I'm only left with the voice. It actually has 3 algorithms, and I find that the advanced joint algorithm works cleaner and a lot better compared to the other 2. Then after rendering that, this is the final result. Oh wait, I'd like you to hear the file before I apply the music rebalance. Then after applying that effect, after rendering it for about 5 to 10 minutes, now it sounds like this. And after that, I searched the tempo and it led me to this page right over here, and it says it's 98 BPM, which is correct because when I imported it inside FL Studio, as you can see right over here, and I type 98 BPM, it actually fits. And yeah, after that, I also organize it by putting time markers so that I know where the choruses are, where the verses are, the drops or the bridge, and etc. Now for the instrument. The first thing that you'll ever hear when you play this track is this pluck sound. And for that, I use this Rode patch. Actually, this one is a built-in patch from FL Studio. You can find it here on packs, instruments, and it's under your keyboard right down at the bottom. And what I did with it is that, let me show you what the default patch is. What I did here was I lowered down the decay because this one is a Rode. Given that is a Rode instrument, it has a fairly long decay. Now to make it sound more like a pluck instrument, I decreased it down to maybe 25%. And it sounds like this, without all the effects that I added. And another thing that I did was I added an EQ in which I tamed out the high frequencies to make some space for the other instrument. Another thing that I added some slight compression on the high frequency right over here. And next is I added a reverb. And yeah, the last thing is that I added this EQ, which I boosted it around this frequency right here. Now for the piano. The piano patch that I used here is the Easy Keys Piano Collection, and it's the Studio Grand variant. And with that, I reached out for the Grand Rock preset right here, and then I added a little bit of reverb. And for the processing, what I did was I EQ'd out the high frequencies right over here, and also the high mids, just a little bit more compared to the treble. And I also did the same thing, just a tiny bit in this bass area so that I can make some space for the actual bass right here in the pre-chorus. And also one thing that you can notice is the pattern. It has a few velocity variations because I purposely made it a little bit louder here in the verse and a little bit softer on the pre-chorus so that it can make some space for the Rhodes. We actually have 2 bass instruments that's playing throughout the entire track. The first one plays around the pre-chorus part, which is just a regular bass guitar. The second one is the one that's driving the drop, which is a synthetic bass, synthetic funky bass. That's the actual sauce for that drop. So the first bass is just the Boo bass from FL Studio. As you can see, I didn't tweak it, but I added a few processing, which is, the first one is this EQ, which is cutting out a little bit of the mids so that I can make some extra space for the Rhodes and the piano. And the second processing is this Renaissance space that would extract the extra energy that it has at around 60 Hertz. As you can see right over here. If I deactivate this effect, you can hear that it sound a little bit lifeless with the Renaissance bass. And the last processing I did for it is the sidechain, so that I can make some extra space for the kick, so it will allow the kick to swell a little bit more. The second bass, the synthetic bass, is just a patch from Silent. As you can see right over here is the trance bass. Actually, by default, it has this arpeggiation right over here, but I disabled it because I only need the bass. I don't need the pattern, because we already have this pattern right over here, this nice pattern. And for the processing, what I did here was I added an R bass to extract that energy around 40 Hertz. Yes, and sidechain, so that it would create some space for the kick. And now for the pads, which is another silent preset that we have right here. As you can see, we have this PD meditation preset. And what I did with this is that I have this chord, just a basic triad chord, and I processed it with an EQ that has this complex adjustment. I'll just leave it out for you to explore. I have this sidechain plugin, which causes the ducking, as you can hear, on every fourth note. And we have this Valhalla shimmer that's causing that angelic vibe. And now for the effects. The first effect that you'll ever hear is this reverse vocal swell, which I created using this Valhalla shimmer that has the concert hall preset. And I also have this stereo enhancer, which I use to automate the volume, as you can see right over here. And for the drums, I only did some light processing in it. As you can hear, the hi-hat, it only has this ducking sound. No EQ, as you can hear, it ducks every quarter note. And it has some reverb. And that's it. I have the kick, which has the transient processor. I just picked the pillow drum preset. And yeah, that's it. Nothing special. And the snap, just a reverb. No EQ. What else? Yeah, that's it. We have the clap right here that has the EQ and the reverb. So yeah, that's it. But before we go to the track preview, kindly do us a favor by hitting like if you learned something today, subscribe if you haven't yet, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you guys can get notified the next time we put up a new content just like this. Again, this is Brandon J from WA Production telling you to stay at home, eat healthy, sleep right, exercise, and always wash your hands so you guys can prevent getting and spreading COVID-19. Stay safe and enjoy the rest of the video. Peace.
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take your hand, my dear, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me dead while I was passing by. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. Ooh, I see you every night. And oh my, I like your style. Ooh, you make me wanna try. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. So they say, dance for me, oh, oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, hey, hey. And when you're done, I make you do it all again. I said, oh my God, I see you walking by. Take my hands, my dear, and look me in my eyes. Just like I'm